And
Both.
I'm going to say it's a coaching problem. I'm going to be a little harsh. I don't care. I don't think it's fair to just blame the players because I think the players are an identity of their coaching. And I think it's a coaching problem. I think when you have Kim Caldwell coming out in the press conferences, kind of left and right in every game, and she's almost like blaming the players and not putting any type of accountability on herself. I think that's a problem. And then she even came out and now she's like changing the way she coaches in the middle of the season, kind of like talking about how um, she just needs to be mad all the time, apparently, because when she's not mad, then they don't get the best out of her players. Like to me, it almost seems like our coach is searching for answers, and that's not what I want to hear as a fan. I want to hear exactly what's going on, why it happened, how it happened, and what are we going to do to fix it. And I don't feel like I'm getting that type of response from our coaching. I'm not doubting her abilities in any way. I think she's a phenomenal coach. I just think this year is probably going to fall short of expectation. I hate to say that when they were sitting 8-3 and the conference looking really, really good, the rank, but I genuinely don't think you're going to finish 8-3. I mean, you're definitely 8-4 after tonight. So I don't know. I'm gonna blame the coach on this one. Got to be better, and it starts with them, and that's that.
I'm gonna say it's both. I agree with everything that you said about Kim Caldwell right there. She's got to start taking some accountability. And I feel like you're not seeing her take that accountability, whether it be in the press conferences, whether it be in the huddle, whether it be at practice. You got to have some accountability if you are Coach Kim Caldwell. And you don't need to always call out your players like it seems like she is doing. Now, I will say, I think that she is right in calling out her players. I mean, we saw how they responded in that Missouri game first off, but then really in the Texas game. And we saw how the players responded after she basically called out Talaysia Cooper on the court in the middle of the Texas game. So I feel like that she's adjusting in a way, especially mid game, that she needs to start doing. But I also agree with you that it doesn't look good that you're having to change the way that you're coaching midseason. You don't really seem to have a solution like you want to. But I also feel like it's the players as well. I feel like that you can look out there on the court and realize that Coach Caldwell wants them to play one way, but whenever they get out on the court, if anything goes wrong, then they just immediately divert to something different. Like for instance, the if things aren't working early, trying to get it down low or get to the basket and try to get fouled, if they're not getting those foul calls the way they need to, or let's take the South Carolina game, for instance, if you've got a team that is playing far more physical than they care to play, they're just not going to take it to the basket and they're going to jack up threes the entire game, no matter what the coaches say. So I feel like that you've got both sides of it that need to come together and find some sort of solution. And I just don't know if you're going to find it this year. You've got a very young team this season with some experience, and I just feel like there's something's not mixing. There's some ingredients there that aren't coming together the way that they need to, even though you've got all the talent in the world on this team. So I agree with you. You're going to come up short of expectations this season. I hate to say it, but you might see a first round exit in the NCAA tournament. Um,
Better not.
I mean, you better not, because at that point, that means you get upset in the first round, because you're gonna you're gonna be somewhere between a 5, 6, or 7 seed.
If Kim
Unless
Caldwell
something,
wants some
unless
very
something
uncomfortable
crazy
conversations
happens.
on Rocky Top very early in her coaching career here, she better not lose the very first round. That's all I'm
Yeah,
going to say.
no, you're 100% right. So, I mean, there's some tough conversations going to be had by coaching staff, by players, and all this in the off season this year.
What about
But
the
man,
alleged allegations that a lot of the NIL money actually went to the women's basketball team? I don't truthfully believe in that. I don't see Danny Dimes sitting here saying, "Oh, I have $100 million here. Let's purposely like separate out." Which I don't think that's an actual conversation. I think that's kind of the smoke by Vol Media or Vol Twitter.
I agree.
But like, it would be kind of wild if that was the case, and you're kind of seeing what's happening right now. And But at any rate, it's nice to see at least the lady softball team picking up maybe some of the slack on that side of the sport as far as women's athletics, because we kind of really thought that the women's basketball team was going to be not going to be elite, but I kind of thought they were going to be a lot better than what they have been this year. But lady softball team has really not left really any doubt. I mean, they started out hot, but overall, man, it's tough, man. They're playing right now. They're down by, it looks like 20 with 7 minutes left to go in the game. It's not looking good. They've been down by 20 the entire second half.
Yeah, and
it's bad.
they're
They're going to give up
just
100 points almost. So
they're getting beat by a team that is. I'm not going to say that they're better than Tennessee. They're playing better than Tennessee is, but they're coming up against a team that is just playing hot right now. As McMahon for Ole Miss, 31 points and 10 rebounds. She is 11 of 20 from the field and 9 of 10 from the free throw line so far tonight. Just
yeah,
playing.
I mean, and that's cool and all, but like that is our defense problem. Like that is not
I agree.
necessarily like, I mean, our defense is playing like hot garbage. So got to tighten it up. I don't know what it's going to take. I don't know if we need to get back to the stricter rotations, because obviously Kim Caldwell's kind of gone away from that hockey style of rotations like we're kind of used to from last year. She's primarily kind of stuck to a lineup a lot more this year. But maybe we need to get back to that old style of rotation, because I mean, her girls are playing gassed, tired, not inspired whatsoever. As it looks like we just hit a 3-point, which is awesome. That's huge, but like you're still down by 17, 18 points. So
Just
we're gonna have to figure it
come
out.
back down and foul a shooter, and they get to go back to the foul line. But I mean, one positive that I see from tonight's game is Lauren Hurst, 16 points on 6 of 9 shooting, 4 or 5 from the 3-point line, and
And
most of
she should
those.
not be your leading scorer. Like,
No, I mean
great
she's
game
got,
from her. That is awesome. Not taking anything away from that. But if she's your leading scorer, then it's just not a good night.
yeah. I mean, you look up and down the lineup here. Janiyah Barker has played 17 minutes. She's got 5 points tonight. 1 of 6
Terrible.
from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line. She does have 4 fouls, so I mean, I'm sure she's been in foul trouble most of the night. Jada Civil fouled out a few minutes ago with 2 points. Um, Z Spearman, I got to call out Z Spearman at this point, because it's been numerous games in a row that
Since
she
the
has just
overtime.
not played well.
Since the overtime. She has not played well at all.
Since the Georgia game where she just dominated the overtime period. Yeah. 2 points tonight. She had 2 points against Texas. She had 1 point against Missouri. I mean,
Like, just pack it up. Like, what are we doing?
yeah.
Sorry.
I mean,
I'm getting a little heated.
she does have 7 rebounds tonight, but I mean, if you can't score around the basket, 1 of 9 from the field, that's terrible. And Tennessee as a team has not shot just horrible tonight. 39%. You'd like to see it a couple ticks better. But 39% isn't horrible. But when Ole Miss is over here shooting at 52.7%, 88.5% from the foul line, it's going to be hard to beat that team.
Yep. Anything else before we talk about, I guess, baseball, softball, or football, whichever way you want to pivot?
Yeah, we'll talk football first and then finish up with baseball and softball. But no, just going to be some tough conversations to be had on the Lady Vols side of things for basketball in the offseason. I mean, yes, you still got games left this season, as coming up this weekend. You have got Texas A&M, a chance to win that one at home. And then you've got your tough 3-game stretch to round out the season. You've got at Oklahoma, at LSU, and then Vanderbilt to finish things off over the next couple of weeks. It's not getting any easier. Tonight was a night that, even though Ole Miss is a top 25 team, you had a chance to go out and steal a game and, keep yourself well within the race of SEC play. And you couldn't do it. And Rhonda says Ruby is a huge miss, 100%. And I think you said it last week that, we didn't realize just how big of a miss that was going to be. But when you look at it, all this happened within the first, 2 weeks before the season started. It might have even been a week before the season started. We should have known at that point, yeah, this might not be might not be the best season overall because I mean Ruby Whitehorn was going to be a big part of this offense this year, and yeah, just there's something definitely missing on the court. I wonder because we brought up that Tennessee just does not look like they have a leader on the court. Do you feel like Ruby Whitehorn might have been that vocal leader that they needed this season that they're missing?
I have a hard time. I have a hard time saying yes to that because I think a leader wouldn't do some of the things that she was doing off the
That's
court.
true. That's true as well.
So I'm not gonna go full on like Ruby Whitehorns should have been the savior. That no, I'm not gonna give her any roses. She had a chance to clean herself up and do better and be a better person. She couldn't do that, and I don't disagree with the decision on why she's not on the team anymore. But I think you just needed other people to step up, and they haven't. I think the blame is solely on Z Spearman, on a Talasia Cooper, because when Talasia Cooper gets in a bad attitude, it's not good. It's on Janai Barker. I mean, expected a lot better, bigger things and more consistent from her, and she's just not been that. And yada yada. I mean, I honestly want to place a lot of the blame on Kanai Boyd because after the way she played last year, I'm like, heck yeah, she's going to be phenomenal. And holy moly, has she not been? I don't know, but it's just a lot of things, a lot of circumstances. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, you just got to control the controllables and move forward. But Tennessee is staring out of their last 14 games of the season. They are staring 3-11 in the face.
100%.
That's unacceptable. That is unacceptable. So they better lock in and get some upsets to finish the year.
Yep. Absolutely, man. Well,